Welcome to Adulting with Joyce Pring. Watch the full video of this episode on my channel, www.youtube.com/JoycePringTV. And if you want to level up your adulting game, check out joycepring.com/collections for my digital products and courses.
I feel like an imposter talking about this because I don't think I'm a very confident person. I feel like I'm just constantly trying to wing things and pretend like I'm confident, but maybe that's the secret to being confident. It's just fake it till you make it. But confidence really is a huge part. It's a significant role in various aspects of our lives, from personal relationships to career success. And this is honestly one of the most important skill sets that we need to hone if you want to be successful in your career. It's to carry yourself with confidence. Not ego, not narcissism, but the self-respect and confidence that transcends just your outfit or your look or your whatever, is written on your diploma, but really it's just confidence in who you are and what you can bring to the table. So we'll talk about the ways we can boost our self-confidence and our self-esteem on this episode. So first point is recognizing and embracing your strengths, your talents, but also your weaknesses and the challenges that you face. So I really think that self-awareness is the first step to becoming more confident. The moment that you realize that it is okay to be who you are with all of your strengths, with all of your natural talents, like really recognizing that, and also recognizing all of the challenges that you face, all of the weaknesses that you have, all of the things that you need to improve on, when you can sit with yourself, write those things down where you can see it and really just accept that, I think that's the first step to being self-confident. Because the reason why I think most of us are not as confident and successful in where we want to be is because of the fact that we're constantly running from who we are. We're constantly running from how we actually are. Like if you're actually a shy person, if you're actually an introverted person, stop listening to people who say you should be more extroverted. Find a way to embrace your being introverted and make that work for you. I believe in that. If you think that there are certain things in your life that you are very good at, like I know that one of my natural talents is communication. So my entire life has just been learning how to hone that natural talent that God has given me so that I can use it to the best of my abilities. But I also know that my weakness, for example, is following instructions. So I'm not very good at following instructions. So I ask other people, I ask for help from other people to do that for me. So by acknowledging your strengths and your weaknesses and embracing them, then you can eventually grow and be a better person. So that's the first point. Our next point is self-care. I used to think that self-care is selfish. I honestly did. And I really honestly thought for a little while, for just a short little while, that self-care wasn't Christian. In the sense na, dapat selfless palagi tayo. Dapat selfless tayo. That we're constantly just serving. We're just constantly giving ourselves. That's it. That's how we should be thinking. But you know what I've realized? Self-care doesn't have to be selfish. Self-care is another essential aspect of being self-confident and building self-confidence, because taking care of your physical and your mental well-being can greatly contribute to how we feel about ourselves, but also how we serve and how we love those around us. If you try to make it a priority to engage in activities that promote self-care, just like getting enough sleep, exercising, eating properly, practicing mindfulness and praying. These are some of the practices that will really help you be more present and be more available to serve those around you. Now, when I say self-care, I don't mean selfishness. I don't mean always putting your needs first, because sometimes life calls us to be more selfless and to serve and sacrifice more than we take care of ourselves. But I do believe that it should be in our priority list to make sure that we are being watered and fueled daily. What does that look like? Not just the physical stuff. It also means that you think about the stuff that you're consuming online, the books that you're reading, the kinds of friends that you're surrounding yourself with. Do you have a small group that you stay accountable to? Do you have a close friend that you stay accountable to? Think about all of these things that also affect who you are as a human being. If you have nobody discipling you and taking care of your soul and your heart and your spirit, how do you expect yourself to take care of another person's soul and heart and spirit? Granted, you can take care of yourself. Of course, we're not taking that away from you. But mentorship and learning from others apart from you is so important as well. Be watered so that you can overflow and bless others as well. Point number 3, setting achievable goals. I recently read this book called Atomic Habits, and I know I'm late to the train, but I love this point that he made in the book where he said, you do not have to be like 100% better kaagad the next day. You can aim for 1% better every single day. So by making your goal achievable, not only do you get that instant gratification that every human being wants, but also you move towards progress instead of just perfection. What does that look like? If you want to start journaling, it's hard to keep an entire page journal every single day. So you can start with one liner, just the one line of how your day went. Like one thing that you want to say and then end there instead of trying to finish the entire page or trying to write more. By making your goals achievable and tiny, it makes it easier for you to really feel that feeling of fulfillment. Nagawa ko siya kasi sobrang low lang ng bar, di ba? So, by making it that, you're still going towards the direction of progress and you're not just staying stagnant. What does that also look like? 5 minutes of movement, 5 minutes of walking or Pilates or doing a workout online is still better than 0. 5 minutes of writing is still better than 0. 5 minutes of doing devotion is still better than 0. 5 minutes of being prayerful and meditating is still better than 0. So practice that. Set achievable goals that you can actually really get into every single day. That's better than trying to get from 0 to 100 real quick. Another point under this is to break things down into manageable steps and track your progress along the way. So, how do you eat an elephant? You eat it piece by piece. That's how the saying goes, right? So when something is so gargantuan that it overwhelms you, stop looking at the gargantuan thing and just break it into small, manageable tasks that you can then slowly achieve. Number 4, be mindful of your support system and the people that you surround yourself with. Let us surround ourselves with positive and supportive people that can have tremendous impact on our self-confidence. I tell you, the way that people speak around you and to you and about you will greatly affect your self-confidence. If you're constantly surrounded by people who say, di ka naman matalino eh. Wala ka naman mararating eh. Ano ka ba? Ito lang talaga yung kaya mo. My goodness, how do you expect yourself to go beyond what you are already right now? I remember when I was in high school, I will never forget this dude. He has scarred me for the rest of my life. But I remember he said to me, I feel like I said it before na, gusto ko maging singer, ganyan. Because music was my number one thing then. And he plain to my face said, alam mo, masyadong plain yung face mo. Wala ka naman mararating eh. Hindi ka ganun kaganda. And to this day, I carry that with a heavy burden in my heart. Na, plain lang yung mukha mo. Hindi ka ganun kaganda. Hindi ka talaga maganda. Ano ka lang? Normal ka lang. Parang ganun yung sinabi niya sa akin. He said it in a more curt way that I can't recreate. But he said it that And I was in high school this time. Imagine I'm 30 now with a very handsome husband and 2 beautiful kids. And still to this day, I remember him telling me that wala kang madarating sa showbiz or sa pagkakanta mo because your face is too plain. And I realized that words can really scar us. And if you're surrounded by people who are constantly scarring you, you're not going to thrive in life. I'm not saying cut them off because I do believe in the grace to help people become better people. If they're horrible, please be that person that tells them, hey, you can be a better human being than just be mean, okay? You should be a kinder person. Be that person. Don't just cut people off. But I really believe that you have to surround yourself with life-giving people. For the seasons that you don't believe in yourself, you have to have people that do.
That's it for this episode of Adulting with Joyce Pring. If you liked this podcast, please don't forget to use the hashtag Adulting with Joyce Pring and also check out www.joycepring.com for the show notes and tag me on social media with at Joyce Pring. I'll talk to you guys again soon. Paalam!